Hey Blockheads, this is DJ AK the Amanda Knight, and I'm here to let you know that my so-called whatever podcast and No More Games Radio have joined forces. Listen to No More Games Radio on Sundays at 2 p.m. for your favorite episodes of my so-called whatever podcast, and maybe a live episode? Who knows? Tune in to my so-called whatever podcast for upcoming No More Games radio features and exclusive stories from our staff and DJs. And as always, follow us on social media at No More Games Radio and at my so-called whatever. Hang tough!
Friends forever, that's what we are. Through the thick and the thin, we're friendship stars. We're banger main buddies from the days of old. We laugh, cry, and hug, friendship solid gold. My circle, whatever started a year ago. We share our stories and your stories were told. 80s, 90s memories that give us glee. And on the block party shows, NKOTB. Now our friendship circle has grown by far. Hashtag friends forever, that's what we all are. Boom! And if you don't know, now you know. My so-called whatever for life. Hashtag MSCW. Hashtag friends forever. Yeah. Yeah.
Oof. Hello.
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 I just heard a door open.
You did?
Yes.
On my end?
Oh, no, on my end there is an 11-year-old girl
Oh.
that just walked down the hall.
Oh. You can kind of see Brody's room right now.
I can
He's
see it.
Sound asleep.
Oh, he is.
Yep. Sound asleep. He went to the Lobster Bowl. When's the last time you heard that?
Oh, been years. It's been many, many years.
1993.
Wow. That's wild.
That's
cool.
Wild. Yeah, he went to the Lobster Bowl because his football coach was one of the coaches of the Lobster Bowl. So, yeah. So, originally, we had recorded an episode 2 weeks ago. And we were like, go ahead, Brooke.
And I was just thinking about that. And when we recorded, we were like, look, guys, we did it. We did it. We did back-to-back weeks.
I know. And I do have to say, we as a family had some stuff go down and I just couldn't get it out. Yeah, it was a tough couple weeks. So we good. So we have this episode for you, but today that we're recording, which is actually yesterday when you listen to this, because I will get this out for tomorrow.
Yes, today is
17th.
Sunday. Today is Sunday, July 16th.
Yeah, today is Sunday, July 16th, and it's our
anniversary.
It is 6 years, Brooke. Oh my God.
That's insanity.
6 years that we've been doing this podcast, and oh my gosh, it's crazy. It's just crazy to think that we've been doing this for 6 years.
I know.
And so,
I know, like that's almost 10 years.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not, but it's like on that side of 10.
It's getting towards the side of 10. We're past the side of 5. We're going more towards 10.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. You guys, when we started this podcast, how old were we?
We were in our 30s.
We were. So I'm
37.
40. Yep. 37. We were 37 years old, hadn't hit 40 yet. And we knew nothing about podcasting. We still know nothing about podcasting, but
but that was like we were recording on a MacBook, just using the microphone.
No microphones.
Just what it comes with.
I think it was like, gosh, maybe a year until we got microphones.
I don't think it was that long.
Okay.
It definitely wasn't that long. It was like the fall because then we started, because we were recording at my house a lot.
Right.
And then we were recording at yours.
Right. Right.
And
we
had
Zoom.
microphones.
Right. Because Zoom didn't have that technology yet. to like record on separate tracks and just record in general.
Right. It was really, really COVID changed the way that we recorded our podcast.
Exactly.
Episodes.
It did.
Truly.
It did.
So,
which I like because we're in the comfort of our own home. You would think we'd be able to do it a lot easier, but man, sometimes it gets busy. And I can't imagine if you have like 3 hosts or 4.
I know.
Scheduling that, because we have people we'd love to have on the podcast that we've reached out to, and just with our schedules the way that they are this summer, it's made it next to impossible. So we'll get them on though.
And like we have jobs. Like this is not pay the bills.
Yes. I will say, I don't know if I've talked about this, but I have a new job.
I think you may have.
Maybe I have. I don't know.
Like during tax season.
Oh, that's right. I did say that I am a bookkeeper now. I made it official. I hadn't ended my job at my old job on LinkedIn, and it's been a while since I've worked there. Like a while. Like 5 years since I've worked there, I think.
No.
Yeah.
Has it been that long?
I think so, because it was okay. What year did we go on the cruise? 2017,
2018.
18. Okay, so it's been since 2018. So that's 5 years, right? Yeah.
It'll be. Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, I was working for them part-time a little bit, but they haven't needed me in a long time. So I started working for my husband, and the rest is history. So yeah.
Yeah.
My eyes itchy. Anyway. Yeah, so anniversary, and we should just talk about what we did this weekend.
Well, I was gonna say, and we should probably like do a episode about it.
Oh, yeah, so maybe we'll just say,
but we could just say,
yes,
we went and saw the Pop 2000 tour.
Yes.
And it was awesome.
It was amazing. It was incredible. I was expecting it to be fun, but I wasn't expecting it to be like
what it was.
It was so fun. And we had a good time, and we got to meet some people. So we will have another episode about that in the future, and we'll talk about that. But we just wanted to hop on here, say happy anniversary. Thank you guys for listening for this long. 6 years.
For real.
Oh my God.
Thank you to the OGs who have been with us from the beginning. And thank you to you guys that have hopped on somewhere in between.
Yeah. We appreciate you so much. We appreciate you listening. And we're going to keep going until
it's not fun.
Yeah. Until we don't want to anymore. I mean, it might be sporadic, but
yeah.
What's crazy is that when we started this podcast, my kids were in elementary school.
Yep.
Elementary school. Now my daughter is a senior in high school.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well, 6 years ago, she
was going into 6th grade.
And that's what Sadie is now.
Yep. Oh my God.
She's going into 6th grade.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my goodness gracious. She was just a little baby.
She was.
Oh,
she was going into kindergarten. Was she?
Yeah. I mean, when you're 5. No. She was going into 1st grade.
Okay, 1st grade. Okay.
I think.
I just remember the gloves picture.
Wonder Woman.
Oh my God. That was so
Her
funny.
Wonder Woman gloves. They were so precious. She was so proud.
I love it.
And if you guys didn't know, real quick story. She was in 1st grade.
Mm-hmm.
And it was picture day at school. And she went, adorable, cute little outfit. She had a little bow in her hair. And that was all well and good. And then a couple weeks later, 3 weeks later, I get her pictures. And I pull them out of the envelope. And
you were on the cruise, and Pete sent you a picture.
Oh, was I on the cruise when that
Yes, we were
happened?
on the cruise and
Oh
Pete
gosh, I don't
sent
remember
you a
that.
picture on your phone and you were like, "Oh my God, Nikki, look." I remember it because we were like laying in bed in the morning, getting ready to like go about our day. I believe we had docked in the Bahamas.
I do not remember that, but I do remember when I first saw it, my mind went to so many places because she was this beaming, proud faced little girl. And she had Wonder Woman gardening gloves on.
They were gardening gloves. Oh my
They were
God, I didn't
gardening
know that.
gloves. And she had smuggled them into school. She took them to school knowing she was going to wear them for her picture. And I didn't know. And the teachers or the photographer, whoever, the people,
Mm-hmm.
they propped her hands up on a book so that they could be displayed in the photo.
Oh my God, I love that.
Because they don't do that. Like they
No.
don't, the kids in her pictures, like they don't put their hands on books. But for my girl, they put her hands up on a book so that you could see her gloves proudly displayed.
That is precious. And
It
God
was
bless
the
those people
cutest. I know.
because that was super sweet for them to think that. I
It
wish
really
they would have
was.
used the same kind of thing when they whitened Brent's teeth that one time in the picture.
Oh gosh, I remember that. It was like ding
They
ding
were
ding.
so what?
They were like ding.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
It
I was
was
like, what the heck? I said, don't worry. You won't be able to tell in the class picture. You could. Oh shit.
Man, oh man.
So
Anyway,
thanks for being around with us for 6 years. Maybe we got 6 more coming. We hope that you'll join us. We've got lots of fun things in store. Jackie actually had some really great ideas for podcast episodes just
yes, she
recently.
did.
And I'm really excited to do that. And it might involve like a video. We might do like one podcast that's like recorded, which we've not done before,
Right. Right.
a whole episode. So I'll have
Also,
to go next door.
if this has nothing to do with that, but I
Oh,
just want to
okay.
say it before I forget.
Yeah.
If any of you have the chance, or if you've watched it or haven't watched it yet, you should watch the Wham documentary on Netflix. It was really
Oh,
interesting.
oh, I haven't seen that. I didn't even know there was one.
So interesting, fascinating.
I will definitely watch it.
It was good TV.
I also want to see that VC Andrews,
I do too.
but I don't have Lifetime. I don't know
Well,
how I would get it.
you don't have Lifetime?
No, I don't have any cable.
I use my parents' YouTube TV login.
Yeah, I don't have that luxury. I don't
Well,
have anybody.
is it on I'm sure between some streaming service that I share with other people, we can find it.
Okay.
Because
I have every single streaming service, I'm pretty sure. I not every single one, but I have most
I use
of
your
them.
Max login.
Yeah. I did not know that. Okay.
Well, there's a profile on the profile. You can pick like your family members, and then there's one that says others. We use others.
That's fine. That's fine.
But I'm trying to think. I know that I have it. I have a login for others too, like Paramount and Discovery Plus, but I don't know what Lifetime will be on. But I'm gonna go take a look because I want to see it too.
Yeah. Let me
And
know.
I'll share the login with you.
Well, let me know. I appreciate that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Because we need to watch that.
Yes. Yes.
We do.
Because it looks good. It looks
For
good.
reals.
It looks crazy. It looks
like
dark.
Crazy. I like dark.
I don't know what is up with VC Andrews and incest, but like, didn't they do Flowers in the Attic?
I don't know. I think so.
That was that was incestual.
That was a book, right?
In a movie.
In a movie. I did not read the book or see the movie.
I watched the movie, but
so I don't
did
really
not
know
read
what
the
it's
book.
about.
It's about these two kids, basically, if I can remember it correctly, that the brother and a sister, that they get locked up in the attic because like their mom starts a new family or whatever.
Oh.
And yeah, they end up having kids.
I don't like that.
No. I don't remember the whole plot of the thing because it was so long ago that I watched it. But
weird.
Yeah.
So anyway.
So here is our episode that we were so proud of getting out to you guys. And
so there might be some outdated info.
So there might be outdated info, but here's the episode. We love you guys. Thanks again for sticking with us, and happy anniversary, Brooke.
Cheers to 6 years.
Yay.
Hey. It's only been a week.
Right? We did it. Brooke, we did it. 2 weeks in a row.
How do we manage that?
Well, I will tell you. You and I decided to look. We don't really look at our data. We're just going to be honest.
Right.
Because it's never been about the numbers. It's never been about the numbers. It's always been about the content, like, and us enjoying what we're doing. And as long as we still enjoy it, we're going to keep doing it. So when you log into our podcast provider now, it's a different screen. It has been for a little while, but it actually gives you your stats, like detailed statistics, like right in your face.
And it's right when you log in. Like you can't miss it.
You can't. And so the other day I was looking at it and I'm like, these numbers can't be right. We've only had we had so many people listening to our podcast. It's bizarre. I mean, not bizarre. I love that people are listening, but like, I feel like there's more listeners now than there were when we were
releasing very regularly.
Yeah. And it's not like, I don't know. So you guys, if you're listening to us, let us know. Like, tweet us, or we'll post this on Instagram when this episode comes out.
Yeah.
Instagram. Comment. Let us know you're listening, because like,
and like, where are you from and where'd you find us?
Right. Where are you from? Where did you find us? Like, there was someone who contacted us just recently. I think I mentioned it in the previous episode, and she said that she had started listening to us last year.
Yeah.
And she had just finished. I was like, God love you. Wow, that's a lot of episodes. But I'm like interested to hear her perspective on listening to that much of our life in such a short period of time. Because like, part of me wants to do it. Like, I really do. I want to go back and listen, but I feel like I would cringe so much. It would like bother me.
I don't want to listen.
And I'd start deleting episodes. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do it.
No. Yeah.
But like,
no.
I'm interested to know like what people like who are listening to us on a regular basis, or like, what was your favorite episode? What's your favorite episode? What
are your favorite episodes? Like, what are your favorite types?
I mean, I'm sure like Donnie, Joe,
yes,
Chris Kirkpatrick, Joey Fatone, those episodes, Mark Calderon, Keith Coogan, those episodes, I'm sure are favorites.
Can we just say real quick, Keith Coogan, I
freaking love him.
He threw us a bone.
He sure did.
When we had no bones.
We had nobody. No one.
No.
I think we were really excited that we got like 50 downloads once.
Yeah.
And we were like, which is still exciting. I'm telling you, if you're starting a podcast right off and like you're seeing more than you downloading the episodes, it gets a little exciting, because I mean, it depends on how you enter into it. When Brooke and I entered into this, and we've said this multiple times, we were like, no one's going to listen to us.
We're just going to put it out there and whatever.
We're just going to put it out because it's fun, like,
right.
Maybe we'll make some new friends, which we did, like lifelong friends. Yeah. What are your thoughts, Brooke?
I don't know. I just think like, I don't know. I think that our content is interesting. I don't think I'm that interesting.
Nor do I.
But
I hate my voice.
But that's what's interesting to me is like, it's not, it's like all the episodes are getting listens.
Right.
It's not just like the block parties.
Right.
Or, whatever. But anyway, I don't know. I just think it's kind of neat. People are listening. I just want to know who you are.
Right. And we appreciate you listening because I don't know. It gave me a little like pep in my step. Like, I don't know, because I wasn't expecting it. Because we're still doing this because we like doing it. We love doing it. We enjoy the content. We enjoy still like, having guests on and reading stories, especially. So, like I said, we're going to keep doing it. Coming on 6 years, Brooke. Holy moly moly.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, did I leave?
Yes. For a moment or a few.
My internet connection is unstable. Probably because I'm using the Starlink, which probably isn't a good idea on a rainy day like this. But everyone else is on the internet here, so that I think
rainy day
probably be worse.
This is what it's gonna be.
Brooke, what did you watch today? What did you watch today?
What did we talk about last week? Twilight. And what was on TV today? Twilight.
Which one?
Eclipse.
Okay.
And so I watched it. I didn't watch the whole thing. I had to get ready to go to Ulta. But it just reminded me like we are living in Forks.
We are. So the vampires will start to come in soon.
Well, you know what? This is the perfect climate. It's dreary and dark and rainy still.
I know.
And
it's so depressing.
It is. It is. It's July. But whatever. I'm not going to let it get me down.
I'm going to try not to, but like we look so forward to our summers. That's why we live here. Like the winters effing suck. They do. They suck. And like the summer makes it all worthwhile. Not this summer.
No. So, I'm just really hoping it takes a turn for the better. I'm praying. But I also have a rant.
Okay, I'd love to hear it.
This is off topic.
Okay.
But I have a rant. I texted Nikki earlier today because I thought of it. And I'm like, I'm saving this for the podcast episode because everyone needs to hear this. Wendy's. Why did you get rid of your grilled chicken sandwich? I know why you did.
Why?
But because they have the grilled chicken wrap. And so instead of having the grilled chicken and they can just like chop it up and put it in the wrap like they do their salads, I'm sure it comes in a bag of like frozen grilled chicken strips that they just cook. And that irritates me. The wrap is good, but a wrap is only as good as the wrapper.
Correct.
Sometimes you get it and you have to rewrap it yourself. And the whole thing with fast food is I want to be able to like grab it and eat it in my car.
Exactly.
Like, take it to work, eat it at my desk. I don't want to have to like redo my lunch. And not only that, Wendy's was always a go-to for me for fast food. I could get the grilled chicken sandwich. I would modify it on the app as I needed. It was 260 calories and it was perfect. Perfection. Now, the wrap, unless you eat it dry, which is gross, it's 430 calories.
Holy cow. That's a big difference.
And even if you just take off the ranch sauce, it's still like 400 calories.
That's ridiculous.
And I don't like ranch, but like I don't want it dry. They don't have like the honey mustard option to add on like they had with the grilled chicken, which was less calories and delicious.
I love Wendy's honey mustard. Is between them and KFC, they have the best.
I'm so disappointed. Now they have the honey mustard in the little sauce packet.
Okay.
But the sauce that they used to put on the grilled chicken sandwich was
different.
Oh,
okay.
And amazing. So anyway, I'm upset about that. And I don't understand why this happens. And furthermore, there are no, like around here, we have McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's. We do have like Chick-fil-A, Chipotle, KFC, like Taco Bell. We have those. But like the three big ones, none of them have a grilled chicken sandwich anymore.
What? McDonald's doesn't?
They haven't for a long time.
I did not know this.
COVID. Burger King hasn't for a long time. And I always counted on that. And I love a grilled chicken sandwich. Like if I go somewhere and they have like chicken sandwiches, I will always get the grilled option. I just like them. So anyway, I'm very upset and disappointed with you, Wendy's. And not only that, the one that's by my work, they have been awful lately. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Their customer service has been in the dumps. So
I got to tell
maybe
you
it's a sign. I just need to make my own, but like, who has time for that?
This is true. So while we're on the subject of fast food,
yes.
I mean, first of all, Wendy's disappointed me way back in 2003. Let's just
the grilled chicken Caesar pita.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the chicken Caesar pita was delish.
It was the best. And nothing I've tried other pitas. I've tried trying to make it myself. It just doesn't, it's not the same. But Kevin went to Taco Bell, KFC, the other day, and he had like he ordered like a huge meal because Brody is bulking because he's football. So he orders a lot of shit. And then Bryn had something she ordered. And then I had a bowl. I got one of those like
the power bowls.
Power bowls. I got one of those.
Those are my favorite. No guacamole.
Oh, that was my mistake. That was mistake number 1. Mistake number 2 was asking for extra avocado ranch. They loaded it. I mean, like it was soup.
Yeah, gross.
It was gross. So Kevin goes inside because Birdie loves Baja Blast. And I guess you can't get Baja Blast through the drive-thru for some reason.
Really? That's bizarre.
I have no idea. If that's
Trisha Paytas does it all the time.
Who does?
Trisha Paytas.
Well, and I don't...
But that's out in California.
Right. I don't know what the reasoning is for him going inside, but I think it was because at least at one point, you couldn't get the Baja Blast through the drive-thru. I know you.
Do they have like the self-serve?
Yes, they have the self-serve Baja Blast.
That maybe it's just in the things.
So the first mess up was, I'll go back. Birdie and his friends, he had a bunch of friends over. They were being teenage boys. They went to Taco Bell in like the middle of the night. And
I love this story.
They walked there because we live like right down the street. And they walk inside because the inside is open. And the guy starts yelling at them, telling them they need to get out. And I believe Brody, because Brody there's no dramatics in him. He tells it like it is.
Yeah.
And he said the guy got really pissed and was like, you guys need to leave now. This is closed. And Brody's like, but the door was open. And the guy's like, it's closed. You should know that it's closed, whatever. So they decided to walk through the drive-thru and went to the first window where there was another woman there. And she took their order. And she took all of their orders, even though they weren't in a car because they were on feet. When they went up to the second window, the guy got pissed off again and said, no, I'm not giving you your food. And Brody's like, but we paid for it already. Like, she took our order. We paid for it already. He slams the door, puts the order together, and then like pretty much throws it at him outside the window. Like, Brody was really upset about this. I don't know. They weren't causing any trouble. Like, Brody would have told me if somebody said something, because I said, what did you guys say to him to piss him off? And Brody said nothing. We were like scared of him. Not scared of him, but like he was being really mean to them. So
right.
They just wanted food. Next time we'll just DoorDash because they allow DoorDashers inside there. So.
And that's probably maybe why the door was open.
That's why the door was open, yeah.
But like all he had to say was like, I'm sorry, guys, the lobby's closed.
He did not say it like that.
And, whatever.
Right.
And if they weren't going to be able to order through the drive-thru because they're on foot, then the first lady should have said, sorry, guys, I can't take your order. You're not in a car.
Exactly.
It's not safe.
It's not safe. And that's what I told Brody too. I said, well, it's probably against their policy to do that.
Right.
I said, but she had already taken your money and taken your order.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly.
And I get it. Teenage boys can be how they can be. But And
Well,
I'm not
teenagers
saying
are kind of dumb sometimes,
right.
but
I'm not
at the
saying my
same
son can do
time,
no wrong. I'm just saying that this guy could have handled it in a much different situation. And when they got the bag, none of the food was correct. They like didn't get half their order, and none of them dared to go back and ask about it because the guy was just so rude.
right.
So yesterday, Kevin went back there, and Brody won't go now. He won't like because
Aw.
he's like a little bit embarrassed. You know what I mean? Because I guess the
Yeah.
guy just really, he's like, and he loves Baja Blast, but guess what? Baja Blast is now sold in Walmart and Sam's Club.
Oh,
Just a
really?
little tip for you guys that your kids love Baja Blast.
Little tip.
Yeah. So he ordered like a bunch of things and then stood off to the side. He was there for 40 minutes. But Kevin doesn't care. Like Kevin's like, I'll just wait, whatever. He's very understanding. He's very like whenever they're because I mean, we've all worked in customer service. We get it. Sometimes you're short staffed. He did say that they weren't as short staffed as they usually are, but like, he just waited. So finally his order came up and they give him a tray with everything on it. And he said,
Do you think this
it
is
was
all
a
for
young
me?
girl that like hands him the tray and he goes, I ordered this to go. She walks away from him. She heard him. She looked right at him when he said it, walks away from him. And he goes, excuse me, miss, or excuse me. I actually ordered this to go. He said her eyes rolled in the back of her head so far back. He's like, she eye rolled him and then like slammed like a bag like on the counter.
Oh my gosh.
Like, you don't have to be rude. I get it. Fast food workers, they don't have it easy. I was there. I used to do it. I worked at Dairy Queen. I understand. Like,
right.
But there's a right and wrong way. Like, if we ever even if we got accused of that back in the day, and I understand like businesses are really hurting for people to work, but we would have been fired on the spot, even if it wasn't true. Yeah. If the customer said it, we would have been fired. So,
which is wrong also.
Right.
But, that being said, it's so much easier to get through life when you're nice to people.
That's right.
It's so much easier to be nice to people.
But even people our age don't understand that.
No, they don't. No, they don't. Because I witnessed it firsthand on Lobster Roll Day.
Did you really? Oh, I want to hear this.
Oh my gosh. So there's this
Explain
restaurant.
Lobster Roll Day first for those who don't understand.
There's this restaurant chain. It's like a chain in our local area, Governors. It's like a family owned, family style restaurant. Mm-hmm. And they have like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And there's several of them in the state. And every June they celebrate their birthday with specials throughout the month. And every June they have a lobster roll day where their lobster rolls are on special. Now, I remember back when lobster roll day, lobster rolls were $5.
That's right. And that was a steal.
That was a steal. But now this year they were $9.99.
Which is still a steal. Still
a great deal. Still a great deal. So
we got 10.
We also got 10 because I wanted to make sure, because I had to get it when I got out of work. And they don't. So lobster roll day, you can walk up and just get lobster rolls, but they don't guarantee lobster rolls after 4 p.m.
Right.
And for those that's like cash only, you walk up, you grab them. So I placed an order for 10 because I would be guaranteed I would get my 10.
Right.
And we were going over to my parents' house. My dad's home from the hospital. So like it was a nice treat for him. And
that's so nice.
We were all going to have some lobster rolls. So I ordered 10. I went inside to pick them up because you have to go inside. And the line was so long because everybody was doing the same thing. That's fine. I totally get it. So I went in, waited in line. And for the most part, everybody was super nice. I will say that there were a couple of us that had ordered and prepaid online. So like we could have just grabbed it and left. I didn't say anything. I waited in line. A lot of the people were ordering in line. So like it was taking longer because they had to get their food together and they weren't ordering just lobster rolls. It was like, yeah, I need some pie and I need this and that and whatever. Fine. The people that were working there were really doing everything they could. They were like super friendly, even though most customers were not.
And you know what? Like like on lobster roll day, you got to give them a little bit. They're going to be freaking busy.
It's their worst day of the year.
It's the worst day.
So I work with a girl now that used to wait tables at Governor's, and she said lobster roll day was the worst day. It was worse than like Thanksgiving. It was so hard. But this woman in front of me, she ordered her lobster rolls. And when she ordered them, she's like, I want them with no lettuce. Well, they're pre-made. They're all ready to go. Pre-made. They all have lettuce. And so the girl explained that to her, and she was all put out. And she's like, I need them all 3 in separate containers. Anyway, yeah. So everything that this girl was saying, she was like snapping her head off. And then she gave her the total. She's like, you didn't ask me if I wanted fries. I want fries in a separate container.
Oh my God.
She was so rude. And then she paid. She was rude. She didn't tip, I noticed. And then she was looking through her bag, interrupted the one that was helping me, and said, there are no napkins or ketchup in here. I didn't know I had to ask for napkins and ketchup.
Oh my God.
And the girl was so nice. She gave it to her. She smiled. Like, she was nice. And I made sure to tip them well. And I told her,
good.
You guys are doing an awesome job. I know it's not easy, but you're doing really, really well.
Oh, Brooke, that's good that you did that.
I know. But I will say that staff at that restaurant they're wonderful. They're wonderful because they also helped me out on Thanksgiving when I didn't pre-order rolls.
Oh, that's nice.
They called the Old Town location, and because they had some extras and they held them aside for me. Like, it was really nice. She didn't have to do that. They offered to like call and see where they could find me rolls.
That was so anyway, nice.
If you're ever in Bangor or anywhere in Maine that has a Governor's, you should go.
You should. Their lobster rolls are pretty freaking good.
They were really good.
And those are like the original lobster rolls. You go to like Boston or like a restaurant and get a lobster roll. That's not a freaking lobster roll.
No, like they make them too fancy.
Too fancy.
They're putting too much stuff in them.
Are the following: a hot dog roll, but a hot dog roll that's cut down the center,
New England style.
New England style. So I don't know if you guys have to look that up. It's like, I can't explain it because it's not cut down the middle. It's cut
on the top.
On the top.
And you can grill each side.
Correct.
It looks like, yeah. We'll post a picture.
And then you put the lettuce in, and then it's literally just lobster and mayonnaise, but they cook the lobster in butter usually.
Mm-hmm.
It is so good.
Yep.
I only got to eat like half of mine, and then somebody ate the rest of it.
I had 2. And they were great.
I had a half of one, and then there were none. But I'm just glad that they got eaten. So
yeah, because 10 is a
year
lot.
They didn't.
Oh, really?
Last year Kevin ate them all because
I think he
wasn't going to let those go to waste. You know how he is.
My dad had 4. Well, he had 2 that night and 2 the next day. We need to read some stories.
Yeah. Oh yes. So
yeah, intro.
Yeah, that was our whole yeah.
Anyway, rants, lobster rolls, etc., etc.,
etc., etc. There was something I was going to say, but I can't remember. But it will come to me probably while we're reading a story.
Okay.
So let's intro.
Oh, let's intro.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, did you just say that?
I did. That's okay.
Okay. This is Brooke.
This is Nikki.
And this is my so-called whatever.
Hey,
and guess what?
It is.
Welcome to the block party.
We ain't leaving out nobody.
We have 2 stories. And who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
All right.
But I will tell you, I really wish I would have gone to California for the show. That just happened. Yeah? I didn't really push it because I financially probably wouldn't have been able to go, and that's fine. But it looked like such a great show. It looked so good. And if you like to see clips, our amazing West Coast correspondent Charlene took tons of video, photos, You can go on our Instagram, my so-called whatever, and check them out. We have them as a highlight. And go on hers. I think it's Charlene Michelle Photography. I think that's what it is, but I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
It's Charlene _ Michelle _ photography. That is
why don't we link it?
We'll link it. Yes.
On our website.
That's right. Okay. So
there was something I wanted to say.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, one other thing. We both went to Weezer separately.
We did. And it was so good.
It was good. It was very nostalgic.
Yes.
I was actually a little bit sad because I was like, if 16-year-old me knew that like we were going to have this like theater, like amphitheater, that these bands that were so cool in high school were going to come to and like format, I wouldn't even know what to do. Like I would have lost my mind.
No, because El Scorcho is probably one of my favorite songs. I don't know why. I just love that song. That and Islands in the Sun. Islands in the Sun is probably my favorite, but like I love El Scorcho too. And it was just fun. I loved it so much.
It was a good show. It was a good show. I wasn't going to go, and then I went last minute.
I'm glad that you went because it was a great show. And
Me
I
too.
loved how they did like a road trip theme.
I love the rearview mirror.
Yes.
It was so cute.
Cool. It was so cool. So if you get a chance, if Weezer's coming to your town or close to you, highly, highly suggest going.
Highly recommend.
Okay. So we have a story from Amber. I think this is a new person. I don't think
from the first sentence it sounds like it.
Oh, yep. Okay. Ladies, I just discovered your podcast and have been binging like no other. It has brought back so many memories for me. I absolutely love hearing everybody's stories and can relate on so many levels. We're so glad. Like so many others, my story and love for all things New Kids started in the 6th grade. I remember I had just started middle school and it was so overwhelming. However, I ended up befriending a shy girl by the name of May, and we became instant besties after learning our shared interest was in New Kids on the Block. May was a Joe girl, and I was a dedicated Jordan girl. That sounds familiar.
Sure does.
I would even practice signing my name Amber Knight. That's funny. Every day, LOL, that's what she wrote. Every day after school, we would watch New Kids videos and plan our strategy to meet them. Looking back, our absolute obsession probably kept us out of trouble that some kids fall into during those formative years. May's parents treated us to our very first New Kids concert when they were still playing at state fairs. We hopped in her parents' teeny tiny Toyota Celica, and drove the 3+ hours to, I don't know how to pronounce that.
Puyallup.
Okay.
I don't know how to say
Washington. Please correct us.
Is that near Forks?
Even though we were about as far away from the stage as possible, it was the best night ever. As the crowd was dispersing afterwards, we were running and skipping around like crazy kids who had just saw their crushes perform. Out of nowhere, I heard a screeching vehicle, and as I looked over, it was a van with none other than the New Kids on the Block inside. The reason I know this is because I could see Joe's bright orange shirt that he was wearing and the silhouettes of all 5 guys through the tinted windows. They had sent out a decoy van in the other direction to distract the crowd. I couldn't believe I almost got hit by the New Kids. Now that would have been a story to tell the grandkids. After that first concert, we were hooked. I remember camping out in the parking lot to get concert tickets and spending every penny of my allowance on merchandise and posters. But, okay, I'm really sorry, Amber. I have to pause your story for one moment because I totally forgot the story and I have to tell Brooke, and you guys may as well listen as well.
Okay.
Bryn needed to get fitted for a bra. So we went down to City Drawers. It's like a small, like, it's not a laundry.
It's like a boutique.
It's like a boutique. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we went down there, and as soon as I walked through the door, I was like, I know that woman and I don't know why. And she immediately said, we know each other.
Was it Rebecca?
Did she work at Claire's?
Yeah.
Oh, why, Brooke? Why? Why do I know Rebecca?
Why do you know Rebecca?
Because she would hold stuff for me.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
She loved that I loved NSYNC merchandise. And so she, when they would get new stuff, would let me know. And like I would buy it all the time. So that is how she knew me. Sorry. That was just a quick little, I didn't mean to, but that just reminded me of it. So, and we didn't figure it out until I sat in the car and I said, oh my God, that was my dealer. That was my NSYNC dealer.
Yes. Yes. That's exactly
Oh,
what she
God.
was.
Oh, sorry about that. So spending every penny on my allowance on merchandise and posters, but no matter what we did, we always had nosebleed seats. Back in those days, backstage tickets were a hot commodity, and you had to know somebody who knew somebody to get them. Therefore, we thought we'd take matters into our own hands and came up with a plan to meet them. Of course, being 11 or 12 years old, anything was possible, right? Our first plan was to get casted in one of their music videos. No problem. I love this story. We had absolutely no idea how anything worked, so we marched ourselves down to the John Casablancas modeling school and said, where do I sign up? Little did we know that it was a complete scam, and even our parents didn't have the hearts to tell us that we simply weren't going to be models and crush our dreams of meeting new kids. But we powered through with our permed hair and braces in hopes that maybe, just maybe, we get a break. When that didn't pan out, we moved into singing. I'm embarrassed and horrified that we even considered this an option, but we were determined. May would bring over her portable stereo, we'd pop in a cassette tape and record a demo that we then submitted to all the major record labels. I freaking love this so much. I freaking love this so much. I can only imagine the laugh they had at our expense when they played it. We went to 2 more concerts during our middle school years. The last one was in 8th grade when they came to Portland, Oregon. We found out from one of our classmates whose mom worked at the Marriott that the new kids had a reservation to stay there while they were in town. Uh-oh. This was it. We just knew we were going to meet them. After some research, we decided we had to book on the 12th floor because it was private and you had to have a key to access it. This sounds so familiar.
We have used that logic before.
We've used this logic
and
before.
It works.
And it totally works. We stayed up all night waiting and waiting and waiting. They never showed. And finally, a security guard told us girls to go to bed. They're not going to be here until tomorrow night. Devastated, we missed our chance again. That morning at the crack of dawn, we marched ourselves down to the venue. Never mind that we literally didn't sleep. We found a front row spot behind the barricades for when the buses arrived. Weak, hungry, and tired, we couldn't give up now. Finally, they arrived. The girls started screaming and pandemonium ensued. The next thing I knew, the pressure of pushing had collapsed the barriers and girls went running around like chickens with their heads cut off. Immediately, I ran towards the night bus, but somewhere along the line, I fell down and started getting trampled. Oh no. It was terrifying, but someone helped me up. With ripped clothes, I limped over and got within 3 feet of Jordan.
Aww.
He was everything and more. Just being that close fulfilled my little girl dream that day.
Are you saying it was worth it?
Are you saying it was okay?
It sounds like it.
Once I started high school, my love for the new kids faded, but I always secretly was a huge fan. Life happened, and then I found myself in my early 40s and going through the most horrific divorce from a sociopathic man. I am so sorry. I was at an all-time low in life, and I just remembered it was the end of 2018, and I saw an advertisement that the new kids were back on tour and coming to Portland. I had missed their big comeback in 2008, but for whatever reason, that morning, I just decided to bite the bullet and buy tickets. I needed some happiness in my life again. But when I went to buy the tickets, they were sold out. Not taking no for an answer, I went straight over and signed up for the fan club. Voila, there were still some tickets available. This time, I was getting good seats, no more nosebleed section. May and I had lost touch over the years. She moved to Washington State, and I stayed in Oregon. I knew that there was nobody else that I would take with me. I knew that there was no one else that I could take with me. So I called her up and said, May, we're going to see New Kids and we're in the 5th row. I love this story.
That's so exciting.
June came, and 1 week before the concert, I received an email explaining how the backstage tickets worked. Wait, what backstage tickets? I thought. Somehow, when I booked, I am getting this is what? What?
How did she?
Somehow,
how did you
when
not
I
know?
booked,
That's
I
amazing.
failed to read the details and had absolutely no idea that we also got to meet the guys. Amber, this is amazing.
So you paid good money.
Yeah. We were beyond ecstatic. After all these years, we were finally going to meet them. Best day ever. May got to stand by Joe. Her first words to him were, "I've loved you forever." When I got to Jordan, I was completely void of any words. He was so beautiful, and I couldn't even barely muster a hello. He was so sweet and patient, just looking at me, waiting for me to say something. Do you remember in the movie Dirty Dancing where Baby says, "I carried a watermelon"? Yep, that was totally me.
I'm just going to interject real quick.
Yes.
And say every single time I am faced with that, I think of that scene.
Do you really?
Every time.
That's crazy.
I feel like I carried a watermelon.
That's crazy.
That's what I'm like. I literally think of that every time. That's funny.
Anyways, thank you for considering my story and keep up the great work. I just love the podcast and everything you do. I also started a podcast, Ex-Wives Undercover. There's a link. I'm gonna open it to share my story, so I know all the hard work it takes. Maybe if I just married Jordan like I planned. LOL, just kidding. Cheers, Amber. Amber, first of all, you're gorgeous.
Yep, totally.
Gorgeous.
Oh my gosh.
These are friggin' amazing. Like, OMG. I just, the story was so good. So good.
Yeah, it was. How awesome.
So I'm looking at Ex-Wives Undercover, Liars, Cheaters, and Love Cons.
Ooh.
This is like right up my alley.
This sounds very interesting. I'm going to bookmark that.
Yeah, this looks really good. So, yeah, let's see here. Yeah. So you guys, it's called Ex-Wives Undercover, Liars, Cheaters, and Love Cons. And you can listen to it. I'm sure you can listen to it everywhere, but we're looking at it right now from Apple Podcasts. And if you go on our website, there's a link in her story to the podcast. So feel free to check it out.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to check it out.
Make sure you look at her pictures because they're amazing. And she got like an individual picture with Donnie.
Yeah. How'd you snag that?
I want to know about that. Was he like, oh, wait. Oh, I remember this. I remember this because Donnie was like late or something. Something happened.
Oh.
And Donnie was late and ended up letting everybody come back and take a picture with him.
I remember that too.
Because wasn't Christine's daughter the cover girl? I'm pretty sure she was. I'm pretty sure she was the cover girl. Was that
the year?
I think so. 2018. I'm pretty sure it was. So we'll have to ask her.
Yeah, that's so cool.
So
thank you, Amber.
Very cool. Thank you, Amber.
We appreciate you.
We do. What a story.
I know.
I wonder, I wonder what it would have been like if they would have come to like the Bangor State Fair. Because I would have been able to see. It would have been maybe.
It would have been wild. Would have been wild.
Wild.
I mean, like anywhere.
It would have been wilder than Sink In. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh gosh.
Oh, Sink In. I wonder where they are these days.
I know. I want to find them.
I want to find that one.
Chris?
The Chris. Yeah.
Do we remember what his name is?
No. Not even a little bit. I've looked. I've Googled.
Have you? I know. And you're very good at that. So I'll never find anything.
You know who we should put on it? Is Jill.
Jill, if you're listening.
Jill will find them. But they're
please help us find Sink In.
They were from Canada.
Yes. I think New Brunswick.
So I think they probably just did like around here.
Correct.
They were definitely not like, I mean, they're a little international because they're from Canada and they were in the US.
Right.
But more just like Atlantic province.
Right. More like
New England states.
More like Maine and New Brunswick. Probably.
Anyway, I would like to find them and have them on the podcast.
I would love that because I would just love to hear their stories. Like, I bet they'd be hilarious.
Oh, yeah. I'd love to hear how it all started.
Didn't he like come back to my house?
Yes.
Yes.
We all went in my car. We went to Stephen King's house. We went to your house. Like,
do you like come in my bedroom?
Yes. I think it was when your bedroom was in the red room.
Okay. Yep. Yep.
That's so funny.
What did we do? Like, just hang out and talk?
Drove around.
Oh, I was like, hey, welcome to my NSYNC room. Because that was like all.
It was all in sync.
Yes. If you guys have not seen the picture, there's a picture of Kevin and I.
Did he meet your parents? Probably.
We're probably
your
like,
dad was probably.
This is Chris Kirkpatrick. Well, not really. This is a gentleman who plays Chris Kirkpatrick.
At local fairs.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that was good.
Oh.
All right, I'm going to read the next story.
Okay.
This is Sarah's first Barstool and VIP experience.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. Well, you know that story of mine that I shared almost 5 years ago? It has gotten some amazing and not so amazing chapters added along the way. So I wanted to share a recap of my first Barstool and VIP experience.
All right.
The night before, it was a Bring Back the Time party where I bought all types of retro snacks and drinks to get the party started and even pop some champagne.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
It does sound like fun. The morning of the concert felt like Christmas morning with all the excitement and nerves that come with it. Not wanting to have to worry about hair and makeup, myself and Diana gifted each other a glam session. How nice.
Wait, this is Sarah Matko.
Yeah.
I did not realize it was. This is Sarah that we met.
How old is this?
It's probably pretty old.
Okay.
Probably like 2018. I'm not really sure. We're trying to get through them as best as we can.
Yeah. Yeah, we are. It's not signed.
It isn't signed, and I would have to go back in the email to find out. Actually, hold on one second. I can do that.
But I think that makes sense that it is Sarah Matko.
Right. Let me just make sure. Yes, it is. It is Sarah. It is Sarah M. And she sent it. Oh, that's not too bad.
Oh, well, maybe a year ago.
Yeah, that wasn't very, because I like skipped a little bit. Like I'm going like doing some newer ones, doing some older ones, doing some newer ones, doing some older ones.
Because Bring Back the Time, that makes sense. It would be from last tour. So okay. So I lost my spot.
And Diana is Diana Roth, not to be confused with Diana Ross. If you don't remember that, that's okay.
The OGs know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now on to going to the venue. Knowing that I had a parking spot reserved was a relief, but now to complete our photo group. For some reason, the stars aligned and it all came together. We had our complete group and we were assigned the group B spot. It's getting more real as they opened the doors, and the next thing I knew, I had that lady around my neck.
That's like the second group.
That is the second group.
We were like group M or something like that.
I was going to say like F.
Yeah, something like that. We were not the last, so maybe not M, but we were not in the beginning either.
No, we were definitely like, yeah, it was probably further than F.
Because we were too busy. Well, the second time we were talking to the crew there. Because it was in Boston, right?
Yeah.
And we were talking to the documentary crew.
Oh,
I gotta like text her again.
It's getting more real as they opened the doors, and next thing I knew, I had that lanyard around my neck. Mm-hmm. My fear started to kick in when the last two ladies that joined us somehow ended up not being in our group because they won a radio meet and greet, and that was separate from Barstools. Oh crap. Are we going to have to wait here until they find us two other people? But again, someone was on our side, and the one lady helping out in VIP was a rock star. As they were starting to call us back to go to the VIP room, I looked over at her and said, "Do we have to wait here until you help us find two other people?" She looked at me, smiled, and said, "No, go have fun." She was an angel in disguise.
I love her. If this is the pink lady, the pink hair lady, I'm so sorry. Sweet. I don't remember her name.
I always forget her name too. But she's super sweet.
She was an angel. She was just amazing.
VIP lounge is amazing. We walked around, took photos, and enjoyed the moment. Barstool's lineup sounded over the speakers, and we were lined up in the hall. Walked through the one lounge and down all these stairs. Can I say how much I dislike PPG's Paints Arena's steps? I said that weird. PPG Paints Arena steps. They are steep,
like a mouthful.
It really is. They are steep, and we were joking about raising our heart rates even more than they already are. We walked around the stage, and then were seated. After what seemed like an eternity, they all entered. Holy shit, all 5 of them, and it's not a dream. Group A lines up first, then us. I'm a very emotional person, and I wear my heart on my sleeve. So at this point, I was expecting myself to be a blood-breaking ball of nerves. But for some strange reason, a sense of calm came over me. Here it goes. I'm walking up the steps to get to meet all 5 of them for the first time. I had rehearsed over and over again what I wanted to say. Hi, I'm Sarah. Thank you for this moment and welcome to Pittsburgh. Hug Danny. Said what I wanted to say, and he said thank you. Next, Donnie, my photo spot, the one main person I had always wanted to meet. I again got out what I wanted to say, and he replied, Hi, Sarah, nice to meet you. At that moment, my brain went to mush because he said my name, and I had no clue what was said after, except he said mine and the other girl's name again, and then the photo was taken.
Aw.
He hugs her, and then I go in to hug him again, saying, I hope this first time is not the last. He replied back, It won't be, and it never is. OMG, Donnie.
Donnie.
Now on to Jordan, Joe, and John. I each got a thank you, and Joe even replied, I love this city, and can now agree that John's hugs are amazing, and I didn't want to let go. And what was only seconds seemed like time stood still. I cried as soon as I got back around to my seat. I met them. I was calmer than I thought I would be, and it wasn't a dream. When I finally got to my stool, I just sat there. I'm sitting in a bar stool. This is even my life right now. I'm telling you right now, bar stools are the best. There's no going back.
And I'm just thinking, we got to start preparing for that because
oh God, yeah.
If they go on tour next year, there's no way. We need to do at least 2 shows. Number 1 and number 2, we need to have Barstool, at least one of them.
I would like both.
Same.
Oh, okay.
I'm greedy, and I don't care.
I mean, may the gods be in our favor.
May the gods be in our favor, yes.
I took it all in and even took a photo of my hand on the stage. I needed something tangible to make me realize that this is really real. The show was beyond amazing, but I didn't know who to look at, who to take a photo or video of, and I wanted to try to also live in the moment. But how can you when a new kid is like right there in front of you? And let's just talk about how freaking amazing that D Nice set is.
It was amazing.
One of my favorite parts. I wanted to not only record it, but also look up and be in the moment. At the very, very end of the show will be 2 moments that will always be ingrained in my memory. I had made a very small sign that said, if this is a dream, don't wake me. Thank you for these memories. Well, I folded it over just to show the thank you for the memories part. One of the ladies from En Vogue saw it and came over, knelt down, held my hand and said, you're welcome. Oh. Next, this Donnie girl with Jordan tendencies has Jordan Knight look me directly in the eye, point at my sign, and wink at me.
Oh my. Dead.
I just about melted and fell off that stool. So if any show and has any videos or photos at the very, very end of the show, send them my way. But I know it will be like finding a needle in a haystack. So to that little girl that sat on the lawn at Star Lake and to insecure me now, you are worth it and dreams come true. You have amazing friends. You ladies know what you do. All because these guys. And to anyone that needs to hear this, you are worth it. Never let anyone tell you otherwise and bring each other up and fix her crown if they are down. Make each moment, big or small, amazing because you are never guaranteed tomorrow. Here's to many more chapters, good and bad, to add to my story.
Oh.
And that was from Sarah M.
Sarah M is a national treasure. She is.
And everything she said in that last paragraph, spot on.
Right. Spot on. Completely.
Hold each other up, fix each other's crowns.
That's what it's all about. Like this tearing each other down thing is just. Well, it's not cool. It's not funny. It's not,
it's easier to be nice.
It is.
It's just so easier to be nice. Easier. And if you can't be nice, don't be anything.
No.
Just ignore. Just
keep walking.
Just don't say.
Right.
There's no need. Yeah. So anyway, thank you for that reminder, Sarah.
Yes. Thank you, Sarah. We love you.
That was an awesome story.
That was an awesome story.
And an awesome tour.
Wait, you didn't go out to dinner with Sarah, did you? With me? Because you were gone.
I don't think so.
I think you were gone. So. Yeah. Kevin and I. Yeah, I think you were gone.
I don't remember.
We went to what's the place in Brewer called?
Mason's. I went.
Okay, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think that there was another that you maybe got together with her one other time that weekend. And I didn't go. I don't remember either. But I was definitely at Mason's.
Okay.
Definitely.
Wow.
So
hopefully we get to see you again, Sarah.
I know. Thank you for your story.
Yes, thank you.
And thank you, Amber, for your story.
Yes, thank you. And thank you, Brooke.
Guys, oh yeah.
Thank you for
showing up.
Doing this, yeah.
And thank you for everything you do.
Who?
You.
Oh, me?
No. Yes.
Wow.
And guys, thanks for being patient while we get through stories.
Yes. Thank you. We love you. We love you guys for that.
And we made it another week.
We did. Let's see if we can do it next week too. I got a good one for next week.
That hopefully we will. I am on vacation and I'll be gone.
Oh, that's right. So we probably are not going to be able to.
But we might. We might because yeah.
And if we don't, we should be
episode.
Back with a great episode about our experience at Pop 2000.
Right. And our anniversary.
When is our anniversary this year? Let me take a look. It's on a Sunday.
Yep.
It's on a Sunday. And yeah. Okay.
So that's it, guys.
That's it.
That was kind of a long one.
It was.
There's a lot of ranting.
Yeah, there was a lot of ranting. But
sorry about that.
Yes. But
maybe Wendy's will hear.
You never know.
I doubt
Somebody
it. Somebody
high
high
up from Wendy's might be listening
because they might be a huge New Kids fan.
Yeah, you just don't know.
Or maybe they're just a Brooke and Nikki fan.
There's no Brooke and Nikki fans.
Well,
no.
If there are, please bring back the grilled chicken sandwich, and by God, bring back the chicken Caesar pita.
Thank you, Brooke. Thank you. For real.
This is crazy.
This is insanity.
This has gone on far too long.
And you guys know, Wendy's, I'm talking to you. You guys know that people want the pita back. You do. You know this. Mm-hmm. You don't have to bring back the other pitas, just the chicken Caesar one.
Right.
That's it. Just bring it back. Just do it. You know you want to.
You already have the frozen bag of little grilled chicken strips.
Right. So mean, all you need is the pita bread, which I think it's like the reason why I haven't been able to like replicate it, because the pita bread was so good.
It was so good.
Because it kind of wasn't a pita. It was more like a flatbread.
It was like doughy.
Yes.
And soft.
Right. I want one right now so bad.
It was so good. So anyway, Wendy's.
Right. Happy 4th of July.
Oh yeah, happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day.
Oh, and happy anniversary to me. Actually, it just celebrated 22 years since Kevin proposed.
Oh yes, I saw that on Facebook.
Posted on Facebook.
That is crazy that was 22 years.
22 years ago.
Holy shit.
I called you right after.
Congratulations.
No, thanks. And then 19 years on July 3rd.
Sadie, come show Nikki what you did with your hair. No, come show Nikki what you did with your hair right now, please.
Oh,
she wants to see it.
I do.
She wants to see it. She won't. She has scrunchies. Oh,
I need to see it.
Oh, she just came out, laughed, and ran.
She's so funny.
I know. Anyway.
All right.
That's all. She wrote. Bye, guys.
We'll be what?
We'll be loving you.
We'll be loving you forever
and ever.
Bye.
Peace. Bye.